Junkies, you're watching Cannabis Culture News Live. I'm Jeremiah Vandermeer, editor of Cannabis Culture and Pod TV, here at 307 West Hastings, and have Carly Marley, my dab doll, to my left today. Now, you might notice that the set seems a little backwards, and we have Corey on the couch as well, to my left, not to my right.
Howdy, howdy.
That's just because we set up a big mirror in front of the camera. The whole thing's being done in a reflective, sort of backwards. No, we just decided to set up differently today, and we're against a different wall, so we're having fun playing with the set. There's Jody Emery running by. Yeah, we're live now. Hi, Jody. So good to be here, and we have Duchess sitting right here on my desk, my co-host as well. Duchess, how you doing, Duchess? I guess I'll find out right now. Let's hit Duchess. And hi, Carly Marley. We'll say that. Mick is in the audience shouting things. There is a microphone here. Oh, wait, let me get the other cam up. Hold on. Let's see if we can get the crowd cam. Crowd cam. Where's the crowd cam here? There. Okay, here it is. Hold on.
How'd you be so darn tall, Mick?
Yeah, there you are. Crowd cam. There he is. Look at that. It's the Opus cam. Oh, where are you going now? No. I got the cam on you over here, buddy.
There we go.
Yeah. Oh, it will be in a sec. There, now it's on.
Hey, what's up? Whoa, here we go.
Up one.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Hopefully the
Hey,
audience
how
can
are you
hear
doing,
us
Pod
okay.
TV
Hold on a
and
second.
CCN News
You're
viewers?
a silhouette right now, Mick. 'Cause
I'm the
there's a-
silhouette. Well, that's why I was going to come sit behind you on the couch over here.
Well, that's okay. No. That's not going to help. That's not going to help at all.
No, can't help.
Either in the crowd or over there. But you're
Over
fine.
here.
Don't you worry, buddy. You look
All
okay.
right.
You look good as a silhouette.
Anyhow, your co-host is not your co-host anymore. It's my co-host.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just stealing her for the day.
Yeah.
She's gonna dab me up today because Johnny's not here, so she's gonna fill in where Johnny B isn't.
You're okay.
Johnny
All right, you're the
B.
dab diva.
He's not feeling so good today.
No, he's dead.
Taking a
Okay.
breather at home. He's working in his garden or something. Or
Oh, good. All right. Well, we
Doing
wish
something.
Johnny all the best.
of course.
And
the dark side of Opus says 28 dabs later.
the dark side of us. This is the dark side.
Doth Opus. Well, yes. Well, and Mick, you're quite invited to come sit on the couch with us. I promise I won't steal your co-host for too long.
No, that's all right. You go ahead, have your show. I'll come over and sit with you guys. I come over and have a dab is what I'm going
You
to
should
do.
definitely come and have a dab.
Sounds good.
All right, we'll go back to our other camera here. So today on the show, we have an interview with Glenn Price of... did the camera just get hit? That's okay. Still looks good. Glenn Price of your medical cannabis dispensary in Winnipeg, which, if you were watching the show last week, you saw our interview with Glenn, and then on Tuesday, the cops, 20 of them, showed up again at the dispensary, shut him down this time, arrested his wife and a patient, and he has charges, and of course the charges are so much that he's not able to open the dispensary again. And the charges are even so that he has to have an LP actual package and all that stuff next time they bust him with weed, or he's in big trouble and it'll break his conditions. So they're forcing him to go to an LP as part of his conditions to get his medicine. So, and that was the judge. Crazy stuff. It's a rough thing there in Winnipeg. A lot of patients there. I think Glenn said they have about 700 at the end of it. And, that's a lot of patients without marijuana now that are going to be going back to the black market, back to the streets or wherever they were going before. So, we'll have that interview with him. We had a great talk this morning. And Kiwi, the heady hunter, was going to join us on the show, but he is busy working over down the way at Ignite there. He can't make it for the show. He gets off right as we finish. So, unfortunately, that's okay because Kiwi can come back next week. We have another piece from Kiwi, another Glassmasters installment coming up this weekend. Kiwi, the heady hunter, always finding some amazing stuff we've never heard of before, so that should be fun. Also on the show, Jade Ridge will be here. Jade's going to be talking about another bust that happened and how you guys can help. I won't get into too many details. I'll let Jade provide you with that. And I'm sure we have others. We have Ann in the audience. Oh, Freddie's going to come on the show, talk about the poster that Neil Magnuson brought. The Vancouver City Hall rally, and I'm sure we can get Neil on the show as well to talk about this rally that's coming up. That's on Monday, August 10th, 2015 at City Hall. Now, is that
I have some news on the new show also. Another new show.
Oh,
Yes.
do tell, Mr. Opus 420.
Just in a second. Hang on.
Okay, well, as you're telling about the show, I'm going to hit this bong.
All right.
And hi, Carly Marley. How are you? I'm good. Good. Thanks for being my dab girl today. Dab doll. You look all dolled up.
Thank you. We are dabbing Kind Selections. Right now
Yeah,
we're dabbing Rockstar Shatter. And we also just got some Rockstar Sugar Wax that we're going to open up soon. We'll have to get that on the dab cam and show everyone. I'm excited. Love Kind Selections.
This thing is like clogged or something.
So while he unclogs the bong, the new show coming on to Pot TV in the very near future, I'm going to be bringing a second show with lawyer Rob Laurie, the Legal Eagles. And our very first guest will be Terry La Liberté, David Malmo-Levine's new lawyer. And the topic is going to be, hang on a second here, what to do when you are arrested.
Cool.
So, that's another thing coming to the Pod TV lineup
Terry,
real quick.
The lawyer that you mentioned is not only David's new lawyer, but isn't he also the lawyer for Sam, or wait, what's his name?
Terry La Liberté?
Yeah, Terry La Liberté, the guy who does the Sea Shepherd.
Oh, Paul Watson. Yes,
Watson.
he's also, yes, and he is. He's also Paul Watson's lawyer from the Sea Shepherd Society.
Now,
Conservationists, anti-whaling conservationists.
David hopes that he'll be able to, the lawyer will be able to help us with the cannabis farmers market concept at Vancouver 420 Cannabis Day, and we're kind of fighting for that to survive as well. So, yeah, he says he's on board to fight for that as an activist.
Yeah, well, that's like, say, I've got some, there's, through Rob and his law firm, Ad Lucem Law, that we do have access now to a lot of lawyers who are sympathetic to the cause and, kind of lean towards a little bit of activism or supporting activists. Yeah. So, that's what we're going to try to do, cover different topics and bring various legal expert advice to you. So no more hearsay or, we think or what, even if we know a certain statute, it doesn't necessarily translate into good legal advice or concepts. Hey, what happened,
Rico
dude?
and Terry.
Short hair.
What's up, guys?
I started
Let's
a
get the crowd
trend.
back
Holy
here.
shit.
What's up, guys? Now you're on cam, giving
Yo.
hugs.
Enrico's in the house
Oh, and we have Dabs over here, too.
with short hair.
Yeah. He got short hair? Rico. Okay.
Nice shirt.
Rico. How are you? What's up, man? Good to see you, brother. Yeah, here. Come and give me a hug. Even though we're on air. It's all good. I got you on cam. It's all good. We'll have you on the show if you're sticking around for a bit. So, I guess the first thing we should really talk about is this City Hall rally. This is protesting against unreasonable regulations of dispensaries. Now, Neil, you were there at the last round. Oh, yeah, you didn't come for the whole thing, but Ann was there. There were others. Jody was there with me, and we asked a lot of questions at the City Hall information session about the dispensaries. That was last Thursday, or 2 Thursdays ago now. I can't even remember now, but we asked a lot of questions that they couldn't really answer, and we kind of left with more questions than answers. And some of those were, like who is actually judging on a lot of this stuff, like what those demerits mean. We have these police information checks. It's not the same as a criminal record check. So there's a lot of hazy stuff out there. If you get an information check back and it has some sort of information about you, who decides whether that's enough against you to warrant a demerit or not? And there is actually no real criteria for this. But, in a way, it's like how much do we... You kind of got to pick your battles in some ways. I know for me, I really want to make sure that they get all these dispensaries done in a way that benefits more people, because right now it seems like the major problem for me is the monopolization technique that's happening right now. Now, there's other battles like edibles and those kinds of things that are also in the bylaws. Some of those ones, I'm not so sure that we're going to have a huge effect on that side of it. Although we did just win that court case, so you never know. It seems weird that the city of Vancouver would ban the edibles completely, even if you could get some sort of a food processing license or whatever it is they require for cafes and restaurants. Why is that out of the realm of the marijuana people as well? So, yeah, it just seems a little strange, some of the sort of arbitrary way they decided upon the dispensary rules. So I'm not sure how much is going to get changed. Yeah, Neil, do you want to come up? And we'll get Freddie up here to talk about what's going on with UCAN and the... Neil will do it? Okay, Freddie's sending Neil, Soldier Neil. Yeah, and we'll get guys to scooch on down for Mr. Magnuson. Yeah, you guys can...
Squeezing down?
Yeah.
That's a good way for me to do that then.
Mr. Magnuson.
Hey, Pod TV. Good
How
to
are
see
you, my
all.
friend?
Interesting times we're living in, isn't it?
Good to have you on the show, as
Wow,
usual.
man. So, yeah, these regulations, they're really hurting a lot of dispensaries. There's a lot of people scared out there. A lot of dispensaries are there thinking to themselves, we need to unite. We need to get together somehow. Why can't we figure out some way? And that's actually happening. The Cannabis in Canada group, these people here, the Coalition for Repeal is now, supporting the rights of activists or activists on the ground, and they helped with putting these posters together here. This is a rally happening on Monday to protest these things, but these are just outrageous times in Vancouver with what they're doing. There's going to be a move to have an injunction against Vancouver's regulations to allow the dispensaries to continue until the injunction is heard, much like happened with the MMAR and then the MMPR, and so. We need to get as many people out as we can on Monday here for this rally. Let's flood City Hall. Let's all the patients. I've been going to every dispensary I can find. I've got a couple more days of doing that. And that's another good point on that is that we need help doing that. And UCAN is meeting tomorrow at the Seed Bank. UCAN is a great group of over 500 people just in the Vancouver chapter now, at least on our Facebook page. We don't have 500 people show up at our meetings by any means. But we're communicating, we're connecting, and we need help with putting these things out. So come down to the Seed Bank, join us, and there's tomorrow at 4 p.m., and help out with that. I can't say enough about how bad these regulations are and just how stupid they are, how harmful they are. I addressed a little bit, as you mentioned briefly there at the last meeting that they had, I think it was on the 30th, that if cannabis was going to harm kids, the ban on edibles would really be a dangerous thing for these people to do. Thankfully, it doesn't harm kids in any significant way. But I'm sure there's going to be a lot more kids that are showing up in emergencies because they got into their parents' edibles, because now the edibles aren't in child-proof labeled containers that the parents can just buy and keep out of sight. They're going to be cooking them at home. They're going to be making 2 batches of cookies because the kids know they're cooking cookies, and they got to have some. So some are for the kids and some are for me, and let's not get confused. And hopefully when I go out, the kids don't find these ones. And you know what I mean? It's just
and the whole house will smell like chocolate chip cookies, and the kids will want some. And yes, there's 1,001 reasons why.
And driving bakers underground and having sick people running around town trying to find basement suites or street corners where they can buy edibles and
hey
cookies.
Man, you want to buy some cookies?
I got some candies here, man.
Yeah. Hey, meet me in the alley.
Wow.
I got butterscotch, chocolate chip.
Oh, that's too sugary
peanut
for
butter.
me, man. Keep it to the cannabinoids. Straight vegetables and cannabinoids for me.
No,
that sugar stuff is
I think,
dangerous.
To me, I do, just to give the city of Vancouver the benefit of the doubt on the food thing, I see why they don't want to get involved in regulating cannabis edibles, because it brings in a whole nother testing, all this realm of having to have the food safe and all that kind of stuff. But still, if we have it for food, and we have like the New Amsterdam Cafe next door that cooks food, and there's like marijuana being smoked in the building, I just don't understand why, if you put a little bit of that marijuana into the food, does it destroy the food? Does it make it harmful in any way
Is that
at all?
more illegal than the marijuana in the bag?
Yeah. No, it just doesn't make sense.
There's booze dispensaries all over Vancouver. They're clustered in all kinds of groups. They have consumption lounges, and they sell edibles, alcohol edibles. Yeah. They've got freezies now that they're advertising that look really cool. The kids must love seeing those on the way to school. Boozy freezies. This is recreational booze that is being dispensed all over Vancouver in violation of all of the regulations that are absurd against the medical cannabis regulations. Yeah. Medical cannabis is not recreational booze. It's not tobacco death, which is sold at grocery stores all over town and gas stations and everywhere.
Yep.
You know, this is one of the most benign and most beneficial substances on the planet. Reefer madness needs to stop. It's been a fucking lie. It's been the hugest lie ever. Let's stop it immediately. Let's not continue it with bad regulations. I mean, if cannabis isn't harming kids and yet you tell cannabis dispensaries they can't be anywhere near kids are going to be like, oh, look what's going on with that. I got to go get some of that cannabis because I'm not allowed to have that. You know, thank God it doesn't harm kids. You know, they'd be in a lot of really frickin' trouble by doing this. Prohibition doesn't work. It has the opposite effect. And you would think by now Vancouver Council of all councils would understand that. With all we've been through, with all the history in Vancouver.
But they want the kids to be scared of cannabis. They want to scare them away because they want them
scaring
to
them
grow
doesn't
up
scare
and
them away.
not have
Yeah, it doesn't.
as much
It actually
cannabis
makes it more
consumption.
interesting to them.
Yeah, scaring. You can't scare a kid. Kids don't think they're going to die. They think they're invincible. You tell them something's
Well, yeah,
dangerous, they're
that's what
going,
they
yeah, let me get that shit, man.
Exactly. The more you say that they shouldn't be near something, the more they want to.
Yeah.
It's like the difference you see in kids who are raised in households where their parents are like, if I ever catch you drinking, you're in so much trouble, and the parents who are like, do you want a sip of my beer at dinner? So you know what it tastes like, so you know it's not that big of a deal.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, if you
It's
put up a hypersensitivity to it, it drives
Exactly.
the kids into this, oh, cool, it's so awesome to do this because my parents hate it.
It's insane.
Yeah.
In Vancouver, activists have driven policy on drugs and other things, not the members that are hired by the governing civic bodies to tell them the science on stuff like they think they've done here with Penny Balaam and the doctor from Coastal Health. These are not the people that should be driving policy on cannabis. Obviously, they still think reefer madness is real.
Yeah.
They're either paid shills by the pharmaceutical companies or they're just blindly ignorant. For Penny Balaam to stand up there and say the things she said, I could hardly stand quiet in council chambers. It was so hard to do that when they were presenting these regulations. I thought if we talked sense to those regulations, that they would take what we said and do something about it. We articulated properly. We had glossy pictures, David's book, and all these people spoke so well to the issues and explained so clearly why those several issues are deal breakers and unacceptable. And
No,
yet,
they're
if
just
anything,
rubber
they made it work.
stamping what the city managers want. Simple as that.
A bunch of prohibitionists are driving policy in Vancouver right now.
Yeah. Now, I do have to say, on the subject of the Vancouver City Hall, I think that they've done us a service in that they, of course, I mean, doing any of this at all, they don't have to do this. So it's good that they've done this. But this latest round of bylaws and everything that they've approved is not just for medical marijuana. It's for recreational marijuana.
Yeah, they've
So-
basically legalized recreational marijuana in Vancouver for people over 19 years of age.
Yeah. And now I have...
Although, having said that, I mean, that's not going to give any protection to the people that are purchasing off of dispensaries when they're out walking in the public if the police are still going to follow those guidelines of if you've got cannabis, you need to have some sort of doctor's support on that.
But the police in Vancouver will not be following
Well, I'm not
those.
so sure of that.
Well, but that doesn't make any sense, Neil.
I was pulled over actually by RCMP in Vancouver yesterday. That was
Well,
interesting.
RCMP is a different story, but here in
Yeah,
the city
so
of Vancouver,
you're not safe
you can't
just because,
do you think
you know-
that a judge is going to do anything to you if you're caught in the city of Vancouver with marijuana when the city is taking $30,000 from these dispensaries? It's not going to happen.
I'm going to find that out shortly myself, aren't I?
Yeah, well, you will.
That's
Yeah.
a good little segue. There's so much more I'd like to say about these dispensary regulations, but really, I know your show is short.
No, yeah,
But-
those exactly. I think that it's going to be great to see what happens with your case because they don't have a damn leg to stand on. How the fuck can they bust you for selling weed when they're allowing other people to sell weed, but it's just because you haven't paid for it? See, that's what it really is
That's
going to
what I
come
was
down
gonna
to.
say.
It's going to be, well, Neil, if you want to pay $30,000,
I don't know what's going to happen, but these are the most interesting of times for me.
It's such a
getting to go
hypocrisy.
before judges and plead my
happy
case.
420, everybody.
Hey, happy 420.
Happy 420.
Oh, it's still early in the day.
It is early
It
now.
felt later.
It's beautiful here in the city of Vancouver today. The sun is
man.
shining through our windows at 307 West Hastings.
It doesn't get nicer than this here.
No, come
Sunset
on
will
down.
be gorgeous.
Get high in the sunshine with us.
So I get to go before judges now. It's like the fourth time, and
I thought, what about a jury?
well, that's my next thing. Next time on August 20th, I get to go back to 222 Main Street and stand before a judge and tell him what my decision is on whether I want to have a judge in a provincial court of BC, a judge in a Supreme Court of BC, or a judge and jury in a Supreme Court of BC.
Judge and jury.
Oh,
Judge and
absolutely, judge and jury. We'll waste as much of their money as we can because that's my real point, and that's what I make a immediately once I get before the judges is this needs to stop right here, right now. That's what I've said every time. This is a complete waste of the court's time, and it's a criminal misuse of public funds to proceed with this.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I say. Then
Call
I say,
the judge a criminal.
then I say there's a real issue of jurisdiction here. I'm not an ordinary citizen. I'm a private individual. I'm an officer of a federal political party in Canada, and we were operating a commercial premise.
Can I call you Officer Magnuson?
You can call me Officer Magnuson. I think I've earned that, and I deserve that, and I would respect that. No. Thank you. I love that stuff for other people, but that's I'm a
Sean's in the
lightweight
chat
now.
saying, "What's up, Jade?" And there's Jade in the chat.
Jade's looking good.
Jade's in the chat.
Stole your name, or
Lady,
what
somebody
happened?
stole Lady Jade's name.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Really?
I love my haters.
Oh, I love the
Well,
haters.
man.
Jade loves the haters.
I don't know. That's a form of flattery there to
Dab
try
it
to
up.
imitate you like that, for sure.
Carly Marley, Dab Doll. Thank you.
So yeah, then there's a whole jurisdiction thing as to whether or not I'm under common law protection in the Elections Act as a private individual and an officer of the political party, and then from there I get to talk about the fact that the law has become beyond absurd. It is hypocritical, and it is irrational.
Yes.
And I got to tell two judges last time I was there that this concept, what I've just said about the law being those things, and undermining our justice system and bringing our laws into disrepute is agreed to by the entire Senate in 2002, 4 of our previous attorney generals, all of the BCs all the mayors in BC, and the sheriffs in the lobby. They all agree with that too. And so
Yes.
I'm going to continue to do that every time I go into court. And I'm going to ask that the law be struck on that basis, and that the evidence is already in and clear. And if they want to have a trial about it, then that's fine. But really, enough said already, right? Here we are, 2015. We all know these things. I'm sure the judges are well aware of these things. The evidence I've seen put forward in the Allard case and these other cases is all proving those points beyond any doubt at all. This is an absolute violation of what freedom means in a free country. With public servants and not dictators to tell us what to do. These people work for us. They don't get to come up with regulations that hurt people when no people were being harmed before the regulations.
Yeah.
And that's what we need to prove here. I know there are two separate sort of cases going on, that they're very dynamic at this point. What's happening with our city hall and these regulations, and what's happening with the VPD and how they arrested us on Canada's Day and tried to interfere with our political demonstration there and our protest rally. These cases are huge right now for people out there not from Vancouver. What's happening in Vancouver? I know you always think this is what's happening. Is a center of pot in the world. Vendors welcome. You damn right, Sarah. Because nobody gets harmed selling weed.
City Hall.
Nobody gets harmed selling weed. And if the city thinks they do and they need to put regulations in to protect people from being harmed, well, they're full of shit. And I don't know if they watched the Jon Stewart show last night, but you got to watch for bullshit. You got to be vigilant against bullshit. And there's some real bullshit going on here in this world right now.
Yeah.
And here in Vancouver.
Yep. Good.
I called bullshit at the city council meeting last time, and I call it in court.
Neil, is this the same day that the new dispensary info session is
It
happening?
is. It's the next one that they're having, where they say they don't want the same people coming back again.
Yeah, here, I'm going to turn you down just a
Are
little
you
bit.
kidding me? We walked out of there with way more questions than answers to our questions.
So I can get in.
If you can talk your way past Tracy at the door, you just walk in there. What the hell? It's a public building, right?
Yeah.
And I think there'll be a lot of people there on the 10th to support anybody that wants to get into the meeting that, isn't on the list. So.
Maybe I know that they won't let me in if I tell them who I am, but maybe I could wear a Guy Fawkes mask and go in.
If we have the numbers there on the 10th, I think they'll have to let anybody in. And we're peaceful people. We just want answers, and we're being oppressed. We're being harmed.
I don't think they were happy with the response from the crowd at the last information session because a lot of
they don't
people,
want them back.
Yeah, and you notice how the City of Vancouver officials kick the media out before those questions are asked by the audience.
I didn't know that.
They did, and it's really a travesty that they did that because, whoa, it looks like...
See, I didn't get on the list for the last meeting.
Our camera's turning. How did that
turning.
happen?
That's like those rocks in the desert that move all by themselves.
The camera really is turning by itself.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe I'm doing
There's some sort of pressure on it.
It's good now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good now.
Well, moving is kind of cool too, depending on how far it moves.
No, it's falling. Oh, there it fell. Camera. Thank you, Carly Marley.
Good eye there, Jeremiah.
Yeah, you can
the
pull
camera's moving.
Yeah. Here.
Seems to be moving.
Here, I'll give you the crowd cam for a second here. Okay, down a little bit.
I know
there, Carly.
some of your audience
Down
thinks
a
we
little
look
bit.
like that sometimes anyway, depending
Yeah,
on
like
what they're
that.
doing out there.
Little further, little further, little further. Okay. There you go. Yeah, it looks.
Well, a little
looks-
more towards Corey.
Yeah, little toward.
Yeah, a little more towards Corey.
Yep. Just
A little
turn it.
more?
There you go. Beautiful. A little bit
A little more. Yeah.
Yeah. Did we lose our duct tape? Okay, and a little teeny bit more too,
Yeah.
towards Corey.
So
Thanks, Carly, cam girl. There you go.
we don't quite have the technical staff that John Stewart has,
Soon though.
but our staff is much better looking and much happier. They didn't look
I
all
bet.
that happy.
Carly,
John's
the
a
key
handsome
grip.
So
guy.
I want to say that I didn't register to go on into the meeting last time. I didn't plan on doing that. I thought it was
Yeah.
just going to be dispensary owners and rather dry. Because I felt it was more important for me to be out front with a bunch of other people that were there with a bunch of signage and protesting and getting honks and stuff. But I did wander in, and then once I got in, I just wandered into the meeting, sort of like sidestepped Tracy a little bit and did a little bit of, hey, I'm a good guy, and she said, you can't really be here, and I'm gonna just go and check on you later. And so I did get in, and then I realized this is ridiculous that anybody of interest can't be in here.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't leave because it was just so powerful what was happening in there. I couldn't really, had so much trouble staying quiet because they were saying ridiculous things. Janice from the Pain Management Society was challenging them on some of the ridiculous stuff, and David was doing a good job of challenging them on some of their ridiculous stuff. And so I did get to be in there. But I think for this next one, that if we get enough people there, we can just, as many people who want should go into that meeting and ask those questions and hold those people's feet to the fire. They're public servants. And in days gone by, our society would not have just been upset with them. They would have done more than just fired them. They would have probably put fire to them. So
Neil, settle down.
well, it is really,
Settle
they're
down, Neil.
harming the sickest and poorest people in our communities right now. We're going to end up with 20 owners of 5 dispensaries each that are charging $12 to $20 a gram for only cannabis that's LP weed,
Yeah.
and all the rest of the people, almost everybody, all of us are going to be back on the black market, and it's
I don't
really,
know about
really
all
wrong.
this, but I think that it's not a good system in the way it currently
Not
stands.
that the
but
black market is all bad. Don't get me wrong.
No, but
But
LP
there
weed
is
is not.
bad stuff in the black market.
in my opinion, it's like Colorado, Washington, and those places. They don't have the best legalization ever, but it's better than zero. And it's also to have
If
an
it's
official-
an incremental step,
but
I'm
Neil,
all right with it.
an
If we're
official
settling
body-
and that's it, I'm not okay.
an official body like the city of Vancouver declaring basically that marijuana is legal is a huge, momentous thing.
It is.
And so it doesn't really, those details sometimes the world hears about what, this whole, just like Washington. That Washington's got some serious problems with it. But would you take it back? Would you
No.
put it back the way it was
No.
before? No. Because
you wouldn't go backwards.
No, but
they're
what I'm
not
saying is,
still where they need to
do
be.
you think it was
as
worth
free people?
it passing?
They are not where they need to be yet.
Right.
So I want to just make that clear. But you're absolutely right too.
Yeah.
We can't settle for this. This can't
No.
be the end of it.
We will
are
not settle.
moving forward, and this is progression. But it's the reefer madness that's permeating through all of this that needs to stop immediately. That's the thing we should address mostly is, hey, people, wake up. It's all lies. It's all bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, just compare it with the other things in our world. Compare it with the harms of alcohol, tobacco, processed foods, white sugar, and the harms of prohibition. My God, the harms of prohibition is what's messing up our kids and messing up our world far more than any of the drugs are messing up people.
absolutely.
I'm afraid if they
Neil
get that
Magnuson.
LP weed in
So
there, they're
I'm
not
gonna,
going to get it
I
out.
appreciate
Give my time
that.
up here. You
Thank
got other
you.
things?
Yes, for sure. And that
Thanks
was
for having
we'll
me.
see you on Monday, August 10th,
Yeah, man. Come on
2015
out.
in Vancouver City
Just
Hall.
Monday coming up fast. Make a sign, scribble something down, or just come out. We got a bunch for you. And the more people we get there, the more powerful we are. This is an opportunity to this is what we've really been working for as activists and people of the cannabis culture for all the time I've been involved is when are we going to have a moment when we can fill the streets, when we can really come together and make a statement, because this is real and this is valuable and this is something that's important. It's not frivolous. It's not just getting high. This is some of the most important shit in our world.
Agreed.
Thanks,
Thanks, Neil.
Everybody, see a Pot TV. Thanks.
And Neil,
girls.
when
Thank
you
you, Neil.
go, I'm going to get you to just edge the camera a little bit more towards Corey when you go, just so we can get you all in there. Not too much, just a tiny bit. Actually, now it looks pretty good, so that's probably good. That's perfect. Don't worry about it. It's perfect, Neil. Yeah, because now Corey's edged in a bit, so there you go. So, Neil, you do rock as... Fuck you in the chat says. Good name. All right. Hi, Carly Marley. How are you?
I am good.
Good.
I'm good.
Here.
I am curious,
Yeah.
though, what the Rockstar
Off my leg.
Sugar Wax tastes like.
Rockstar
I
Sugar
think-
Wax.
Yeah, I
Can
think
see
maybe we
that?
should get that up on the dab
Let's
cam.
put it on the Sugar Wax cam here.
Yeah, I want to see that too.
Okay, where's this cam?
I actually have something
Love
for you to show on
Sugar
that cam
Wax
too.
Wax
and
cam.
love Kind Selection, so I'm pretty excited. This is the first time I've tried a Sugar Wax from Kind Selections, too, so.
Okay, let's see how this goes. Oh, opening.
Do you want me to keep it on camera? I can open it up.
Vanna. Here you are, Vanna. I tried to open it, but I failed. Here, you can do that.
So I've got a piece from Blaze Glass.
The packaging isn't as complicated as
cool.
Jeremy made it look.
Oh, very cool. Let's see. We can put that in the cam, too. This is from Blaze Glass?
Yeah, I got that at the Concentrate Open that was here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow, that's dope. Here, watch out for a sec while you do that.
super
Look at this little
cool.
guy.
There he is. Really neat. A lot of people have seen those on dab rigs or on pipes, but here's one all by itself on a pendant with a faux opal.
It's got that crazy little stone in his middle of his forehead.
Yeah, and you know what? If you look, he's got a couple of bubbles around the faux opal, so it looks like a pair of eyes and a nose.
Oh, that's so cute.
I love it. I love it so much. Thank you so, so much.
Very cool. Very cute. Awesome. Thanks, Corey. And yeah, let's see that wax now. Wax cam. Oh man, that looks really good. Oh, I love the sugary, waxy stuff. Oh yeah, that looks good.
Nice.
Very nice. Can I smell it? Can I take a little smell? Does it smell? It's got like a piney sort of thing going on. Cool. Oh, here. Okay, do it. Do it.
Oh yeah, get that dab out.
The dab cam. The wax cam. There, that's a nice dab. I'll take it. Oh, thank you, Carly Marley. All right. Dab me. Bam.
That's a good dab.
Oh shit. Good God. Yeah, that was oh man, that was a good one. Oh heavens. Oh heavens. Wow. Okay, that was nice. So
Oh, that does look good. Wow.
Corey, since I have you on the couch, we should talk about Peter McWilliams' birthday.
Yes. So that was the 5th, I believe, of August.
should know.
And he would have been 66 years old this year. And last year, in August, I wrote a story, The Legacy Lives On. Peter McWilliams, The Legacy Lives On, I think. And so this year I've done a follow-up, a little bit of a bio kind of about him. And so I sent it off to Jeremiah. And
We'll
he
have that
says
up
it's
this
gonna
weekend.
Be, this weekend?
Yeah, this weekend.
Nice.
It'll be up online about Peter. And so tell people who Peter was.
So he was an accomplished artist in many ways. He did a lot of photography, but he also did a lot of writing. And he did what some people might not know. He's actually done a manual for word processing was one of his first pieces that he ever did. And he had poems published as early as 1966. But then what most people in the cannabis community know him for is the Ain't Nobody's Business If You Do. And it's about cannabis growing and how, well, it's not so bad if you do it.
Huh. And so, yeah, I know Peter inspired a heck of a lot of people. And, you can find out a lot of information about Peter. There's still out there. People are maintaining that Julia Rose, I think,
Yes.
takes care of the Peter McWilliams website or Facebook page or something, and there's a lot of info there. And yeah, and I'm sure you link to some of these in your article as well, right?
Boy, it's getting wild in here
Yeah,
today,
it's getting
isn't
loud
it?
in
My
here.
goodness.
Woo, rowdy. It's a busy lounge here. Wait, let's see if we can...
Oh, I think I'll have to do a dab of that for sure.
Oh, there's a crew in here. The cam's kind of pointed away from them right now, but
I'll let you.
it is a beautiful day in the neighborhood, dude. And also beautiful. So, Corey's hitting the dabs, the sugar wax. Rockstar. You're a rock star. So look for Corey's article this weekend on Cannabis Culture. A lot of other good stuff going on in Cannabis
there's
Culture.
quite a library of Peter's books still available, and a lot of the wisdom in them rings just as true as the day it was written. So nobody can afford a negative thought. That one is really, really important, as well as the how to survive loss.
Yeah.
So if you need inspirational words, Peter McWilliams there in his writings to uplift you.
Yeah. Cool, Corey. Well, that's awesome. And I'm sure you'll be there on the 10th as well, will you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I'll be there Monday. Anybody who can make it. And you know what? If you can't make it, one of the ways that you can help is to get online or even get on the phone and just let your friends know who can make it. Spread the word. Let people know what's going on Monday, August 10th.
Yeah. Thanks, Corey. That's awesome. We'll all be there. And
Alrighty.
yeah, look for her stuff this weekend. And
I'll look forward to it. Make room for another person.
yeah. So, Carly, what do you think of the sugar wax now?
I love it.
It's tasty.
I love it.
was
That's the
quite a
first time I've
dab
had that's the first time I've had a Rockstar sugar wax, and I love Rockstar, and I love sugar wax. So.
You and I had some of the sugar wax recently at our house, and it was like some delicious Congo or I don't remember what it was, but it was delicious.
We had the green wax.
Is that what it was? I
It
can't
was the
remember. what
green crack god wax.
Oh, that's what it was. It was green
yeah.
crack.
It was nice. It was very nice.
Jade, hey Jade, don't go too far because you're up next, sweetheart. Corey's out of here.
Hate
Bye,
when Jade
Corey.
leaves
Thanks for
love
doing the
when
show
she
today.
walks away.
Yeah, for sure. And thanks for showing off that cool pendant. Jody likes the set
Jody,
today.
do you want to come take a dab of this delicious
Jody,
sugar wax?
you should come try the Rockstar Sugar Wax. Jody Emery, dabbing.
A little, only a wee baby.
Only a wee baby dab.
For some reason, I already feel really good.
For some reason.
I don't know, it's something about this place. I really do like this layout better. This is.
It's
more
nice against the
professional
wall.
looking, I
It
think.
feels good over here against the wall. See, we used to do the show over against the back wall because we could use the projector.
Oh right, but now
Yeah.
the wall is
Yeah.
not really. A
That wall's
projector
got some
wall.
issues over there.
Yeah.
But we could talk
Just
about,
go, that's all.
Jody, our plan. We haven't discussed it on the show yet, but we are building, well, we've talked about it a long time ago, about building a new Pot TV studio. But now we actually have the space to do it. And I've already raised $1,500 and probably almost $2,000 if the next person is in line.
That is awesome because we have this beautiful space. It's not fully developed yet. It was under renovation, but it's midway through renovation. So we do need some funds to literally just put down a floor and some walls and lights and electrical. But we'll find it somehow. If you'd like to contribute, please send
Yeah.
a check to
Yeah. 307 West Hastings
but I'm
Street,
serious,
Vancouver.
If you are actually interested, if there is anyone watching who would like to pitch in, we are an activist organization. You know, our store and our lounge pay for all the media and activism we do. So if you want to help out in some way, much appreciated. But honestly, like I type, just watching this and being a viewer and supporting us is support. So thank you
Yeah.
for that. That's awesome.
That's right.
But we do, I know we've always, well, let me just be honest with you. Pot TV's always been kind of like the last priority in terms of attention and resources because you got to keep your store staff employed and pay the rent and get stock, and the same goes for your lounges. And then Cannabis Culture, I feel, is more, well, Cannabis Culture is bigger than Pot TV, I guess. I don't know.
It's all part and
they're
parcel now.
together.
It-
Yeah.
It's hard to separate the two.
Pot TV's been like kind of the last child, it gets the worn out clothing, their hand-me-downs or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Here's an old computer. But
Yeah.
we have actually had, I want to thank some other people who have contributed towards making Pot TV get through these lean times. Enrico of Sublimator has contributed gear to us in the past and so much more, getting us out to events to cover them. Very generous at Sublimator. So be sure to support them, get Sublimator. I think their website's down right now, unfortunately, but you can find their product absolutely. They win awards all over the world. So be sure to check them out. They've helped make Pot TV possible. But otherwise, not much money goes to Pot TV. And when you guys watch and support, you're actually helping make it possible to give you more content. And right now we have the possibility of making a real studio, a professional studio where we can bring in more big name people and experts and organizations to have a space where we can present our information in the best way possible. I mean, this is great. This is awesome, but I keep seeing more and more people getting into podcasts and getting into broadcasting online, and it's really slick. It's really awesome looking.
Yeah.
And I feel because Pot TV was the first video website in Canada, along with CBC Television, Pot TV was one of the first websites on the internet that delivered video. So it's really important to me that we get ahead of the curve again, that we get cutting edge, that we have the sponsorships and the money that's required to staff it. Because quite frankly, Pot TV doesn't actually have any employees. Jeremiah is the editor of Cannabis Culture. So that includes all the Pot TV work, and we have contributors giving us content and posting it like Brittany Mitchell and others. But when it comes down to it, this guy's also doing internet and everything else this building needs. When our websites are down, he's the one managing that. He's building our online store. He's doing a lot more than editing articles and does a tremendous amount of work on very limited resources, but with tremendous energy. And I wish I could award him more, really. I wish I could somehow thank him more. But what it means is you guys, the viewers, and our people who support us, you make this possible. But if you have any ideas or ways to bring us more of the support we need to grow bigger, to be there for you now and in the future, please feel free to send an email to us or get in touch. And we are actively looking for sponsors to help develop the space and get the best tools we need to bring this to you. So.
And we accept cash as well as checks, car keys, stocks, bonds, gold bullion, and all of the above. So
hashish or anything, anything of value.
Thank you.
That's right.
I'm sorry to get all weird and serious. I just,
We do not want your firstborn, though. No.
No children.
No children.
No.
Sorry, the children are not acceptable forms of barter.
No, they cost more than they're worth. That's terrible. I shouldn't have said that. I was somebody's child. I shouldn't have said that.
Yes.
That's mean. I love you, Mom.
Yeah, we were complaining about kids a couple days ago, and Dana was in the office, and he turned to me and Jody and said, "We come from a long line of people who had kids, you guys."
Yeah. I was like, oh, you're right. Okay.
It's pretty true.
So anyone who is a parent, props. If I can say that without sounding like a dork.
Discipline your children.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, no, it's going to be cool. And the beauty part of when we're appealing to people to contribute to us, the beauty part of Pod TV is it doesn't just help us out, but it helps you out because we would be dropping names. All of the advertising that we're going to be doing in the future with our new studio and everything, we pump this out through all of our social media and all of the different avenues we have and get seen by a lot of people. So it's kind of like we have a big engine going right now, and we want to put out everything that, all the activism, everything else, the new businesses that are happening. The marijuana industry is starting to blossom and turn into something really huge.
And something
so we want to show it all off.
We talk about this on our shows quite often, is that the mainstream media, or as we like to call it, lamestream media, has essentially failed, miserably failed in the reporting and anything else. It's all just people repeating the same stories on every channel or on every radio station.
Yeah.
So it's the alternative media or the internet media that now, I think 55% of Canadians actually get their news from alternative media sources, which essentially translates into the internet.
Yeah.
So, this is what we're doing is trying to bring you better internet and better internet television. So that's what it's all about. That's our goal.
Yep, for sure. Well, and we'll keep doing that. Pod TV's been doing that for a long time in cannabis culture, and that's kind of what Mark, that's part of the activism is making your own media. And Mark's been really good at that. When Pod TV first came out, it launched at the same time that the CBC launched their first video website. So
people used to have parties, and whenever a website went on the internet,
yeah, exactly.
They had launch parties. They made a big deal out of it.
Aren't we the longest or the oldest pot-based internet television station in existence,
sure.
anywhere in the world, not just Canada?
I'd say since the internet. Yeah,
I think we're the first. Mark's Pod TV was the very first pot-based internet television station.
Assignment for you guys: go prove us wrong, or otherwise you get to just say it.
I'm pretty sure that's true.
That's right. We're gonna keep saying it until someone can prove us wrong.
But another important element of Pod TV and our media is that there is an election going on, and if you didn't know, you will know. You will know. Because we have a lot of things are at stake in this election. Quite frankly, if we do not get out and vote, Harper can take office again, and 4 more years of Harper. I don't know how Pot TV and cannabis culture and the marijuana industry would survive with more Harper government. Although we have to note that we are where we are today, having had the Harper government.
That's true.
So kind of like hard times make you work hard to do well, and when the living is easy, people get weak. Can I say it like that, kind of, I guess?
I guess. Well, it makes us buckle down.
It makes you buckle down. Here's an interesting example. I'll try and make it quick so we can move on to other pot content. But when I ran for office with the BC Greens, I got to do a tour of a hospital in town called St. Paul's Hospital. And this hospital is kind of falling apart. In fact, it is falling apart. It's a very terrible old building. And
rusty
now they
old
are
bathtubs.
moving it, so this is kind of old news. But at the time, they could not get any money from the provincial government. The money kept going to other hospitals. So St. Paul's was struggling with no money. And they actually had won many different awards for excellence in medicine and in healthcare and in HIV/AIDS and in dealing with the downtown east side population, which didn't have a lot of support. And they helped advance a lot of the ideas and policies that created insight and everything. So St. Paul's, while we were doing the tour, they were showing us around these cramped quarters and these really dimly lit areas. And yes, it was depressing. But I did say at one point, I said, well, do you think that maybe because you've had to struggle so hard to make do with what you've got, that's why you're doing so well? Because others get kind of lazy with all the money?
They didn't want to hear that, though.
That kind of, everybody's eyes open, because I didn't even realize what I had just said.
Yeah.
But they're basically like, no, we need more money.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, you're the best with the least.
Yeah.
So sometimes not having a lot, except right now I'm undermining my own plea for Pot TV money, so never mind. Never mind.
No, but
no. But the moral of the story is when times are tough, you work hard. And while Mark was away, we worked really hard. And Mark's been back for 1 year as of the 12th. And we intend to keep working harder because I don't want Pot TV and cannabis culture to disappear. And if you're not living under a rock, you know that marijuana is very popular. And there are a lot of people getting into the industry. And there's a lot of pressure to survive. It's like any other business. Business is not easy. And we work hard to stay around. And I hope we can continue. And we depend on your support and all the people in our lounges. So thank you. Thank you for watching Pot TV. Share it with your friends.
We're biting our nails a little bit about this whole dispensary, about this vapor lounge regulations as part of the dispensaries.
For all I know, they have bylaw officers undercover taking notes right now. And I'm dead serious about that. It has happened before.
Yeah.
But this vapor lounge has been here for 9 years, almost 10 as of January. I do not want to lose it. Marijuana is a safer choice than alcohol. We need safe spaces for marijuana consumers to have a safer alternative for enjoyable recreation. Thank you, Mason Trevert of Colorado, for starting that campaign. I'm taking it. I'm running with it. Come down, Pot TV, Cannabis Culture. I appreciate your support. And maybe one more, okay?
Yeah, thanks, Charity.
It made me feel very clear.
Neil says, we want statistics.
Rockstar?
Yeah.
Well, it was lovely.
Oh, yeah, Colorado statistics. Yeah, well, we're going to do everything we can to make sure this lounge doesn't go anywhere. We're not going to stand down, and we're not just going to bite it.
And one of the arguments for marijuana lounges and against the smoke bylaws, which are being used to prevent and shut down these places, is that marijuana smoke is safe. Mm-hmm. Marijuana smoke is safe, and science says so. And so that's a lot of...
Yep.
And car exhaust and other things are dangerous.
Yeah.
So what I really want to demonstrate to people is that when you come in here and inhale cannabis, smoke or vapor, it's actually protecting your lungs, and there's science to show it. So yeah, I'm not hosting a cigarette lounge because I wouldn't even feel morally or ethically right about that. I mean, you could go ahead and do it, but that's not my thing. But people here deserve to be here. We are protecting our health by being here. And damn it, we are going to stay here as long as we can. So come show your support. And also, try and follow our example. There's a lot of people trying to set up lounges. It's difficult. It's a challenge. But the cannabis culture needs it worldwide. The ability to gather together safely in a place. We need that. Don't take it away, City of Vancouver. Please,
Don't take it away.
Please. All right.
Thanks,
for
Jody.
watching, guys.
Awesome.
We'll see you later. Bye.
Excellent.
Bye, Jemima.
Thank you for coming on the show again. And yes, we're going to be
Thank you,
here.
Jody.
We're not going anywhere. Carly, do you think you could just make sure that thing doesn't go anywhere there? I see that the tape is doing its thing. Just want to make sure. So now I'm going to get set up here so I can play you the interview that I have with Glenn Price of Your Medical Cannabis Dispensary. This is in Winnipeg, of course. The cops, actually it's Your Medical Cannabis Headquarters is the name of it. And Winnipeg police have gone after Glenn for the past, it's been like a month of them bothering him. First they went after him, then they came after him again, and this time they've basically shut him down for good. He can't really do anything. They want him to get an LP. That's good. Yeah, that's cool. Pretty good. They want him to get an LP license to even have the cannabis on him as part of his conditions, and if he gets caught without it, he's in big trouble. So I want to bring Jade Ridge on the show before we do that, though, because, yeah, she's still sitting in the audience and hasn't come on yet, and we haven't dabbed her up or anything yet. Oh, she's got her equipment with her now, too. Yeah. Torch Girl. Looking good in the 420 Toronto shirt. Woo.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Jade. So,
This isn't nice.
it's the busts are happening everywhere.
Do you want me to put this there, or do you want to use
No,
yours?
I'll use yours, actually.
Okay, perfect.
There you go. How's it going, Jeremiah?
It's going okay, not bad. It's going okay. Some of our friends are getting hit, though. So, it's going good for us right here, but it's not going so good for everybody everywhere right now. I'm good. Things here are good.
Probably be better if I had a mic.
That helps.
It's been a while.
How are you, Jade? Good to see you.
Myself, I'm well. But, I'm worried about some stuff, too. And I think I've been so stressed out lately that it's actually hit me physically. The dispensary thing, the regulations, everything that you've been talking about. Then Glenn Price's dispensary in Winnipeg and them shutting him down. And, that's very disturbing to me. When I left Manitoba, I can't believe I'm putting myself out here to say this, but when I had my medical license to grow my own medicine in Manitoba, I actually grew medicine not only for myself, but for some patients that couldn't access it properly because we didn't have the LPs yet, and Health Canada was saying they weren't going to be selling to patients. There was this very horrible area where nobody can access pot. Well, it's kind of what's happening here now. And what that does, and I don't think that a lot of people realize that, especially city officials. Some city officials may agree to this, some may not. Policing, you're just driving the prohibition more. You're steering the underground market more. You're making patients into criminals. This is the conservative government. This is the policing, the municipalities, the provincial government, and the federal government. And, so people in Manitoba, when I left there and I heard about this, I was like, okay, well, the concept is really great. And, I know Dana was consulted by a few people in Manitoba. Personally have helps people get some guidance to build a safe platform for patients to be able to access medicine, and not have to wait 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, or this or that, or whatever problems they might have. But anyways, so now we're back to square one. And I can tell you that dispensaries are getting phone calls in Vancouver because of this. And people are freaking out because they don't have medicine. And that's very distressing to me. So, if there's anybody out there on Facebook that needs medicine and you have more than enough, you need to start packing some of that up and shipping out to some patients to help them out. I myself have probably donated over 10 pounds in my course of my 5 years that I've been doing this. Doesn't sound like a lot, but to me it was, because I wasn't growing that much. But I did it because people needed it. And what pisses me off is, when people don't want to help other people when they need to be helped. So that's why I'm distressed. This is my rant. I probably put it on Facebook that, I would have been biting my tongue, so this is my rant for today. And my other rant is, Sean McGonigal was arrested in Saskatoon. I was on Pot TV last week to talk about that on Opus's show. And we've had an angel donate $1,500 today. That person knows who they are, and I want to give a huge thank you to that person for coming together and personally taking that money out of their bank account and donating that to retain Sean's lawyer.
That's awesome. That's really nice. That's excellent.
Yeah, so a big thanks to that person. And I've done an Indiegogo thing for Sean as well. Mm-hmm. I will post that on Cannabis Culture magazine and some other Twitter, and you can get the link there. If you have even $20, that's going to help. You don't think it will be, but it really will. Because if whoever's watching can just even donate $5, whatever you can afford, anything. Yeah, and for Glenn's case too now. Yeah. And, for the lounge, whatever you can help out with, it would be just really tremendously appreciative of us as a whole community, and it would be really great karma for you. So
Definitely.
That's what I wanted to share with everybody. I'm feeling very emotional about things, it just pains me. It just pains me that, Sean ended up in jail for 5 fucking days. And, they took all of his stuff. They took all of his medicinal equipment. And, yeah. So.
It's brutal.
I packed your big dab to cheer you up.
Yay!
Yay. That'll make you feel better, Jade. A little bit.
Thank you, everybody. And another thank you in advance for those who are truly going to donate and help for all these causes. Thank you very much.
That's awesome, Jade. And I really like your pants, by the way. Those things are tripping me out. Crooks and Castle.
Yeah, she looks fierce
Keep
today.
seeing the Crooks and Castle around.
Pissed off.
Yeah, pissed off. Pissed off and cute.
Pissed off look.
Well, yeah, that will be a big help to help everybody out. I mean, Sean really could use the help. That's a crazy thing. Man, Sean's such an awesome guy, too. Yeah. Brutal. Couldn't have happened to a better guy,
He's going to win. We just need to take care of the lawyer.
Yeah.
He's going to win. They don't have anything on him. And, we just need to get the lawyer paid and everything will be good. Sean's on his way to BC in less than 2 weeks, by the way, because I'm going to secure that, too.
Good. And so, Jade, what about you and your biz and all things? How's
the Prairie Mountain.
That's right.
Well, I got some new medibles. I'm mail order, so the regulations have not really affected me.
Yeah, because they basically don't allow you to exist.
I'm black market medicinal. I'm
You're still black market. Yeah.
I'm still black market. Black market medicinal, that's me.
That's a good name for it.
Well,
Black
I
market
don't.
medicinal.
If you don't have a license with the MMA or MMPR, I won't do it. I only help patients who have a prescription. I don't know why, but I do. It's still black market, but I do it because these patients have genuine aches and pains, what have you. But okay, so we have some nice jams. We got black cherry, wild berry, blueberry, and apricot peach.
And you also have like savory type things like chilies. And
Chili, salsa. There's honey. Chutneys are coming up too.
Chutney, oh.
Chutneys, if you're into that.
We should do like I'd love to do a nacho night.
Oh, and I had
salsa.
a latest one too.
No,
organic
nacho night with salsa.
Organic bison candied jerky.
Bison candy? Oh.
It's candied.
Oh, sorry. Yes, of course. Like,
Just
smoked
baked
meats.
with a sugar coating of shatter glaze.
Wow, you have some really like different creations.
I do, and they're all very heavy duty.
Yeah, that's
very
true.
inventive.
I've had some of them before, and they do kick your ass. Wait,
Thanks,
there was a
Carly.
sauce that you had. It was like an Alfredo sauce or something, was that?
No, I haven't done a
What
white
was that?
sauce.
It was like a
before.
white, I can't remember what it was. You gave me a chili and this, and I'm forgetting what it was now.
Maybe that was the coconut squash bisque.
Oh, that's what it was. It was the bisque, yes.
It was a coconut squash bisque,
Now I
probably.
remember.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever ate that one, so I still have it somewhere. I'm
all
not sure
good.
where. How long does it last for?
The chilies will stay in the cupboard for up to 9 months.
Oh.
Then anything else without meat, and it will last up to a year.
Does the cannabis have any effect on when you're canning something? Does it change anything about it? Like, I'm just asking because earlier in the show we were talking about the city of Vancouver, of course, banishing edibles to the black market again. And I'm wondering if there's any does it affect the food in any way that would be a cause for concern? Other than
It
getting
depends
people
what
high?
derivatives of cannabis you use in your products. Essentially, if you put any flowers in your products, like say I decarboxylated flowers, they're baked and then like shredded it up and then threw it in there. Some people do it that way.
Yeah.
I basically make mine into more concentrated forms, pardon me, and then add it to the substance, and never have really used decarboxylated flowers, not in any of the products in the past year or so. I did start off with shake, but I found that wasn't meeting my needs for my pain, and then I gradually just kind of like educated myself more and got into other ways of infusing food.
Yeah. Huh, cool. Well, that's fun, Jade. So, and now I hear, and we've talked about this a little bit before, about the upcoming show.
A new show on Pot TV.
Yeah. So what's
I'm
that about?
excited. I wish
Can you
Meg
tell
was
us anything?
here. Okay, so the concept is frugalness. How to shop on a dime, where you can get good deals and stuff like that. Because we're cannabis people, it can be an expensive lifestyle. So how can we live on a budget and still be high?
A weedy high, but I like it. Cool.
So,
it's like one of those reality shows where they teach you how to organize your money, but for stoners.
Pretty much, yeah. How to keep yourself organized, what you can do, what can you do in Vancouver for $10 kind of thing. So the concept show is going to be frugalness, and it's going to be Dab Divas on a Dime, and it's going to be myself and Megan McRae from Stoner Advisory.
Are you going to do upcycling, like turning trash into bookshelves and stuff like that?
Oh fuck yeah! Oh yeah, we are.
So build your
for
bookshelf
stuff
out of
and how to upcycle it into
cement
something.
Crates, man.
Yeah,
Crates
yeah.
in a little
Milk
platform.
crates.
Yeah.
You can build so much furniture out of those milk crates. It's
Oh yeah, milk crate
absolutely-
furniture for sure.
You can build a house out of those milk crates.
Pretty much.
Totally.
Well, very cool. So I'm looking forward to that,
pallets,
Jade.
yeah,
that's-
pallets
I
are
can't
great
wait. This is going to be
too.
a fun show.
Yeah.
I hope to be able to contribute something to
Oh,
that.
absolutely. Well, we
I'll
all
throw you
Handyman
something.
Opus can have a little segment where he builds something.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
The bush
Build
segment.
something out of the dump. Yeah.
I'll bring something from the forest here. Make this into something.
Opus's back alley constructions. Yeah.
That'll be awesome. No, I think it'll be really
Vancouver roadkill.
East Vancouver roadkill.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, looking forward to that, Jade. That'll be fun.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping to go for a beer with you and Carly Marley after. And,
Yeah, we should go
talk.
for some dinner or something. I'm getting hungry.
Yeah,
What time is it here?
hangry.
Okay, so it's 5:05. Now I
Perfect.
have this interview with Glenn to play. So. We'll
where's
have to
that
get
jar?
home.
Let's shake that jar.
Oh yeah, let's shake the jar. Hold on.
Sean McGonigal, I love you, baby. This is
the mic.
to the date. We have raised $180, I believe, is in here. Oh no,
Plus
maybe not
the
that.
1,500, right?
Plus the 15,
that's
and
pretty
the other $1,000, the initial 1,000. So yes, we've raised almost $3,000 for you, Sean.
There you go. It's not bad, but you need more.
Yay!
It's not enough. Rattle
Jody
that thing.
says I have to go up and see her.
Yeah. You're in big trouble. Yeah. Okay.
I'm just
Rattle that
teasing
thing
her.
again. Jade, rattle the can.
Okay, so here, I'm going to
just
pass
like hearing
this
that
around
thing
the lounge,
rattle.
and hopefully we get some more cash in there. But anyways, thank you, Pot TV, Jeremiah.
Thank you, Jade.
You gorgeous thing.
Always
you.
nice to have you on the show. So, yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and play this Glenn Price video. This was, I believe it's about 25 minutes. He goes into details about what happened in the latest raid and what's going to happen next in Winnipeg. Now, I think that there's probably already people filling in the void. Winnipeg police, just by busting one, isn't going to make the whole issue go away. So we're going to hit the bong in the background. I guess we could throw it on and throw the... So this is just an audio interview. I do have a picture here of Glenn, but I'll hit the bong in the background at the beginning, and we'll hit this thing. Not the bong, the rig. And then I'll flip the cam over too. So here, let's make sure that all works. Let me know in the chat. With Glenn Price of Your Medical Cannabis headquarters in Winnipeg. Now, Glenn, we had you on the show last Friday. At that point, you had been not too long ago raided by the Winnipeg police at your dispensary there. They came in, or at least they came in and told you that they wanted you to shut down, and you went through a first round of the cops getting at you. And just after the show, I guess was it on Monday or Tuesday?
Tuesday morning.
Tuesday, they came and hit you again. Can you tell us what happened?
Well, they came in about 20 strong, put me in handcuffs and put me in the car, arrested one of my patients, basically just give everybody a hard time.
Wow, so 20 cops came in.
Yeah, at least 20 cops.
And so did they...
They stripped my store bare. They took my signs, all my literature, all my advertising, T-shirts, computers, you name it, they took it.
Wow. And so did they took your computers, they took your product and everything else as well?
Yeah, they took all my medicine, and when they released me, they didn't even give me any of my medicine back because they told me I wasn't even signed up. I'm not a legit medical cannabis user, but I do have a prescription from a doctor saying that I can use it.
Wow, so
for medical reasons.
Right, you're not a Health Canada holder,
No, I'm not.
No, but so now, of course, we talked in the past about your attempts to go to the LPs and to actually acquire marijuana from an LP. But I mean, tell us now, well, I guess maybe first we should just go back into what happened a couple days ago there. After the whole thing happened, they arrested not only you, but they arrested one of your staff members and a patient as well, right?
Yes. And then the only person that was charged in the end was just me. They released everybody else after 7 hours or 8 hours of interrogation or whatever they wanted to call it.
Wow, that's a long time to hold you guys.
Well, I was held for 12 hours.
Wow, and so during the 12 hours, where were you? What were they doing?
I was in a questioning room unfed for 12 hours.
Wow. And what kind of questions did they ask you?
No, they just wanted to know who was involved in it. Did I have anybody working for me? All kinds of stuff. They wanted to know if my wife was involved in the business, and I told them straight out from the first time they came, my wife was never involved in the business. It's just me. If they want anybody, it's me. They want no one else.
Wow. So it sounds like this time around, they were really trying to show you they meant business.
Well, yeah, that's what they showed me. They meant business, but like I said, when I started this, if it comes down to me getting arrested, I'm not going to keep quiet about it. I'm going to keep plugging along and trying to help medical patients as much as I know how. I don't think I'll open another dispensary until I get the city of Winnipeg sitting down and talking about regulating these things, right?
Right. So at this point, your medical cannabis headquarters is closed.
Right now, I may, after another week or so, I may open a store just to educate and bring awareness like I did at the first before I opened a dispensary. So I may go back to what I was doing before, is educating people of Winnipeg, showing them that there's alternative medicine besides the opiates and everything else that doctors want to push down your throat. Right. So now, Glenn, tell me a little bit about your attempts to actually get marijuana from an LP. It started before I even started all this process of opening a shop and stuff. I went with, I hate to say this name, I despise that company, but it was Tilray. I tried getting signed up with Tilray. I sent forms away. They have their forms. I sent them away, filled them out as clear as that they wanted it. They sent it back. The forms were filled out improper. That went on for 2 or 3 months back and forth. Finally, they sent me an email. I do have it as documentation saying, okay, you're finally registered. I went to phone to say, okay, well, can I make an order now? And they're telling me, there's inconsistencies in your application or whatever. They were stringing me along. I got CTV News down there to document this. They were there when I was dealing with Tilray. And basically, Tilray just told me, tough luck. You got to jump through whatever more hoops we want. I phoned the federal government to complain about it, and the federal government just told me, tough shit. If you don't like it, go to a different provider. Right. After 3 months of trying to get signed up properly. That's how the government LPs deal with people.
Yeah, it's not helpful for patients in any way. The patients are not able to get their medicine. And, I mean, this is part of the reason why these dispensaries are springing up everywhere, because people...
They're not allowed to get their... You can't... It's hard access to get your medicine, and none of these dispensaries have any kind of knowledge on how to educate people. Because that's one of the things I did yesterday, is I phoned every LP that is a government LP, and I wanted to know how long it would take me before I could get signed up and registered and ordered. Most of them anywhere from 3 to 4 weeks. I figured, okay, well, I'm on the phone, I'm going to see how much knowledge these people really know. So I told a few people, I'm a non-smoker. What's the best way for me to take my medicine? 90% of them told me to vaporize. And I said, well, isn't that considered like smoking? Well, they're telling me no, but I know from people come into my store that don't smoke, they try to vaporize because they don't like it. It's the same thing as smoking. You have to eat it. Edibles. Out of 25 of them, one person told me yeah, you could make tea or something else. So 1 out of 25 was knowledgeable. So how is that supposed to help people if you sign up with an LP that's not knowledgeable? Well, then you're screwed, basically, right? Because you're stuck there.
It's true, and this system is completely inadequate for patients. Even just having to have, even a lack of selection of different kinds of strains. I mean, there's 101 reasons why these LPs just aren't up to snuff. And it's a strange thing that here in Vancouver, we have the city regulating, moving forward, but yet in Winnipeg, you're being arrested, charged, and now they've actually said to you that they're not going to allow you to use your medicine, or they don't want you using medicine that doesn't come from an LP.
That's right. That's what they're telling me. So I got to get signed up with an LP before I can actually use medicine again. And
so how does that work? Is the judge going to be checking on you? Is this like part of your conditions?
They give me stipulations. If they see me around, they can stop me at any time and go through my pockets.
So you're searchable at any time, and if they find stuff on you...
Yeah, I'm searchable at any time, yes.
Wow. And so were you charged... What were the charges against you?
Trafficking and controlled substance and proceeds of crime, a bunch of charges.
Wow. But it's good to hear that it was the other people that were arrested weren't charged with anything in the end.
Well, yeah, that's like they knew that already. Like if they wanted anybody, it was me doing it. It was me trying to help people in Winnipeg get free, easy access to medicine. I don't know how one part of Canada can do it, and another part of Canada can't. Like I don't understand that. That's why I did this, to find out, well, why can they do it and we can't? We live in the same country. There's no laws different between Vancouver and Winnipeg. Laws across Canada are the same. So that's what I'm going to challenge. I guess I'm not going to plead guilty. I'm going to plead not guilty, and if they want to convict me, they're going to have to do their due diligence to do it.
Now, Glenn, I was reading that there was at least one city councillor in Winnipeg who was on your side and was calling for regulations similar to Vancouver.
Actually, there's two now, and I've been reaching out this morning, trying to get a hold of a few more.
Well, that's great.
Because I believe that's what has to happen in Winnipeg.
Well,
because I do know that there's other dispensaries want to move into Winnipeg right away. And I don't know how fast they're going to move after I got arrested, but I believe there will be more coming to Winnipeg at one point.
Well, yeah, I can only imagine so. There's patients in need there, and so somebody's going to fill that vacuum.
Yeah, because I have to step out of that now because I'm not in the position right now to help people, because if I start helping people again, they're going to lock me up, and then no one's going to hear from me until I get out of jail, right?
Right.
Until I deal with my court case, and that could be years.
Now, have you discussed this with a lawyer yet?
I'm waiting to talk to my lawyer. It's a well-known lawyer from Vancouver, Kurt Tusaw, is hopefully who I'm going to get to represent me. I'm waiting for a telephone call from him, so that's why I'm not saying too much about what happened, except for I got charged, and basically I don't want to incriminate myself in any way, right?
Well, I completely understand. Well, Glenn, I really, we all appreciate the risk that you took with this one, and, reopening after you were closed was definitely a ballsy move, and it looks like these particular guys, Winnipeg, it's a strange thing. Do you know how this started exactly, Glenn? Why did the cops get on you in the first place on this one?
From Pamela McCall.
Right. It's complaint-based.
Complaint-based from out of province.
Right. So these are the Winnipeg
They
cops.
haven't got a complaint from in the province. They got one from out of province, and they jumped all over it, I guess.
Yeah.
Because she was screaming louder than me, I guess. I don't understand how someone in Vancouver can phone Winnipeg police and make a complaint about me when she doesn't even know nothing about me, doesn't know nothing about my business. She says we're in it for profit. Well, my business was, I said from the day that I was going to open a dispensary, even before I opened one, I said I was going to open one and I was going to give the money back to the community. And I did. I donated $500 to Sloan Mission when they needed underwear, when it was really hot here in Winnipeg. They put a call out on the news, so I seen it, and I went, okay, that's a cause that I could get behind. We had an extra $500, so I donated it to them. And if I was left alone, I would have donated a lot more money.
Right, and that's really... I mean, they hurt everybody by this. Pam McCall is a person in another town who isn't being hurt at all, but yet that one phone call and her harassing them, there's probably more than one phone call, but...
Well, probably.
Her harassing them, you know, it actually has a real effect on patients and real harms associated with it.
Well, yeah, because by the time they come and arrested me, I've had pretty near close to 700 patients. Not that I helped all 700, but I had 700 copies of prescriptions in Winnipeg, and more coming every day. So, and now, instead of reducing crime by letting me help these people, they're creating more crime because now there's 700 people in Winnipeg that are going back to the street to buy their medicine. As a collective group, we could have given back to Winnipeg. But now, who's getting the money? The little drug dealers that are on the corner in the back lanes hiding, and other people like that hide. Right? I was always right out in the open with what I was doing, and so...
Yep, now it's back into the shadows, back into the black market.
Yeah. That's creating more crime. Where I was trying to alleviate some crime from the street, where people had a safe place to come get their medicine without going to a back alley or someone's house in the middle of the night or whatever to get their medicine. They had a safe place to come in Winnipeg to get their medicine.
Yeah. Well, Glenn, is there a place online that people can go to support you, or is there any way that people can help you right now?
Yeah, I have Your Medical Cannabis Headquarters under Facebook. They can go on that page, and actually I have a donation thing there for a lawyer to give me a hand, because I believe this is going to cost me quite a bit of money, and I'm trying to donate stuff since the police have taken all my stuff out of my building and stuff. I have no way of making an income right now. So actually, I'm going to be starting to look for a job or thinking about reopening my store to just educate people in Winnipeg. But I got to do something soon.
Mm-hmm. Well, Glenn, we'll definitely try and give you some support on this one and spread the message around, and I'd love to help you in any way I can. So if there's anything at Cannabis Culture we can do for you, please let us know.
Just stand up, send people to Winnipeg when I end up going to court. Like my first court date's August 20th at 1 o'clock in Winnipeg, and I believe Stephen Stairs is holding, we're going to hold a peaceful gathering to show support for the day that I go to court.
Definitely a good idea. And that's the 20th of August, you say?
20th of August, yes.
And is that in the morning?
1 o'clock in the afternoon.
1 in the afternoon. And I guess before then, we'll make sure we're keeping people up to date on that on the front page of Cannabis Culture.
Yeah, and we're keeping people up to date what's happening on our Facebook page here in Winnipeg.
Great, Glenn. Well, before that time, we'll check in with you again and see how things are going. But my friend, I'm so sorry to hear about all the battles with the cops on this one. But I think in the end, this is how it has to go. We have these battles, and troopers like you are on the front lines, and eventually, this is how we overturn these bad laws. I'm just hoping that the city councilors in Winnipeg can help push that along.
Well, that's what I'm hoping. Like, there's a couple speaking up already saying we got to do something in Winnipeg. So, it's started with one. Now there's two. Hopefully, we can, as Winnipeggers, can convince all councillors in Winnipeg this is the best thing for Winnipeg. Because if they allow us to open a dispensary like this, for instance, I know a guy will come to Winnipeg, open a dispensary, and donate $100,000 a year to the city. I know that for a fact. And I'm in talks with him right now. We're trying to get this into the city.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're right. It can benefit the city as well. Like, look at Vancouver. They're going to charge $30,000 a pop.
Yeah, $30,000 a pop, but this guy's willing to donate $100,000 a year to Winnipeg to do whatever Winnipeggers or the city can do whatever they want with that money, right? For housing, for less fortunate people, homeless people, soup kitchens. They can do whatever they want with it. Winnipeg Harvest. There's all kinds of people that need things, right?
Well, it's true, and it seems like everybody wins in that situation. The patients, the city, everybody gets a little chunk.
The patients feel good about themselves because we're giving back to the community as a collective group, right? We're showing people that stigma that we got. We're showing that that's not the right thing. Like, we don't have that. People give us a stigma because we're medical cannabis users, but we're showing that we can give back to the community as medical cannabis users in a collective group, right?
Exactly. Yep. And at the same time, getting these people their medicine they need.
Yeah, that's the most important thing, is that people shouldn't be displaced to get medicine. Now they closed me down. They displaced 700 people in Winnipeg, right?
Yeah. Well, and those people, it's not like they're going to stop using cannabis. They're just going to find it somewhere else. They're going to have to.
Well, yeah.
If they can.
If they can, and if they can't, well, they'll have to go to the street to wherever they did before I opened, right?
Yep, with all the risks associated with it.
Yeah, and then making other people criminals because the city doesn't want to get on board or is dragging their feet or not convinced yet that this is what Winnipeg needs. But the different polls in Winnipeg, like CTV News did a poll, 65% of the people that took the poll agreed with the storefront dispensary. Now CBC is doing a poll, and I believe we're winning in that by 55-60%. The people that took the poll believe that there should be free, easy access storefront where you can deal with a one-on-one person instead of trying to navigate the internet.
Yeah. Well, the public is definitely with us. We've even got politicians who are running for prime minister with us. So I'm hoping that there's a storm of stuff happening now, and we're kind of seeing that. We're kind of seeing the transitional phase here, and maybe there's clearer skies ahead. But Glenn,
well, even Trudeau, when he was in Winnipeg, he even supported the store that I had when he was here.
Yeah.
Right? He even vouched for it. And then I noticed Donald Trump was even commenting on what happened to me, and he said it was politically motivated, and conservatives are, I forget how he put it, but the conservatives are, that's who's behind it, is the conservatives trying to close us down.
Trump, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, it's on my Facebook page. If you check it out, it's his picture of Donald Trump, and you go down to the bottom of the thing, and he talks about your medical cannabis headquarters and how it was politically motivated. And
Crazy. Well, I'll have to dig that one up for sure.
So it's at least, if anything, obviously I'm bringing an awareness to this, because if Donald Trump's commenting on what's happening in Winnipeg,
Yeah.
I must be doing something right to bring awareness to this cause.
Well, and the more that this happens, and the more, every time they bust somebody like this, they make a big deal about it. It, makes you famous, like Mark Emery style. They flash a big light on you, and then everybody can see it. So.
Well, yeah, it's not what I chose. I didn't want to believe it should have happened this way, but that's the way it happened. So, like most people, if this would have happened to them, they probably would have just crawled in a hole and just went away, right? Well, the only way to make change is keep speaking up about this, and change will be coming as long as we don't be quiet about it, right?
Exactly.
The more voices you are, the more people hear. That's how I believe I got 2 city councils already agreeing with dispensary hearings, because I haven't been quiet. I've been very boisterous.
Yeah. Well, and you're doing a good job of it, Glenn, and I wish you the best of luck. And I really appreciate you sharing your time with us and letting us in on what's happening there. We'll definitely keep in touch and try and spread the message as far as we can.
Thanks a lot. Can use all the support we can get here in Winnipeg.
For sure. And we'll definitely be checking in with you soon, Glenn. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, bud.
All right, we're back. Hi, Carly Marley. How are you?
I am good. I'm feeling great. How are you?
I'm good. So that was Glenn. He's unfortunately not doing so good because of the damn cops. No. And if there's anything you guys out there can do to help, please get in touch with Glenn. He does have a Facebook page, Your Medical Cannabis Headquarters in Winnipeg. If you just type that into Facebook, you'll find him there. Even contact info and everything else if you need to get a hold of him. So, more dabbages here?
More dabs.
Okay. Thank you. Let's do that. And then we'll wrap it up. Going for some food after. Guess the cops are coming. They saw us online and they're like, the dab police. Oh, so that was a fun show against the wall today instead of the other wall. We've just slightly moved. It's a good little background. We had to move the camera over a little bit. Now it's kind of like on an angle. Looks kind of funny. Oh, that looks good. We should have got the dab cam going here. Dab cam.
I'll do another one.
Okay, good. Do another one.
Here you go.
Okay, here. We'll do this all. The process of the dab. This is how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. Into the carb cap on. Yay. Nice. Well done. Woo. Vanna Dabber. Vanna Green. All right, well, that was a fun show. I'm really high now. I would like another one. Okay, let's do it again here. Oh, man.
I managed to, the whole show, wipe the rig after I used it so I didn't get any of my red lipstick on your face. And that one last one, I forgot to wipe the rig right before we go for dinner.
No worries. Could be worse. I don't mind the lipstick. I wear it at home anyways.
Yeah, that's true.
Or out to fancy places.
When you feel like being fancy.
Well, thanks for coming on the show, Carly Marley. That was fun.
Thank you for having me.
It was a good one today.
I agree.
I'm nice and ripped now. Finally toasted. thanks to Jade Ridge for coming on,
Yeah.
giving us the lowdown on all kinds of things. Please help Sean if you can. He's in the chat right now, Mr. McGonagall.
Hi.
You're off the case, McGonagall. I always love on The Simpsons because that last name. It's like, you're off your case, you stupid chief. Homer like stands up and Simpsons, I love it.
You do.
And
You do
thanks
love
to others. Enrico didn't come on the show, unfortunately. But thanks to Jody and Neil
Yes.
and who else was on the
McMahon.
show? What's that?
McMahon.
Oh, of course, Opus.
Corey.
Corey was on the show. Memories. Who else? Was there anybody else? I forget now.
No, I think that was.
Okay, that was pretty good. Yeah, unfortunately, Kiwi couldn't be on the show with us. And big thanks to Glenn Price, and wish him the best. And
We
we'll
love you
definitely
anyways, Kiwi.
keep you guys posted on what's happening in Winnipeg with these cops. Yeah, Kiwi the Heady Hunter. He'll be on next week instead.
He's like one of the coolest people I've met probably in my life. He's like one of those people where you're like, he's just like fascinating to be around, but he's like the chillest guy ever to hang out with. I love Kiwi
He's
from
very
the bottom of my
chill,
heart.
relaxed.
He's such an awesome guy.
Loves his psychedelics. Knows a lot about all things psychedelic and all things heady. Not just marijuana related stuff, but like specialties in a lot of different
Yeah.
areas. Things that are cool all over the map. So
It's true. He's like a master of many trades.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's a DJ as well. Does a great job at our
Yeah.
rallies.
Good
And he did
DJ.
Cannabis Day.
Great
Yeah, he's really
DJ.
good. He's fantastic.
Yeah,
So
pretty cool
Kiwi, we'll
guy.
see you next week.
Yeah.
And see you Pot TVers soon. Make sure to watch the Redbeard show tomorrow, 4 p.m. PT on Pot TV. And you can watch Opus's show from here in the lounge. That's the 420 Lifestyle on Mondays at 4 p.m. And Wednesdays from this building, from under the seed desk with Marijuana Man. That's at 4 p.m. PT on Wednesdays. So tune in for all those Pot TV shows and more on the front page of pot.tv. Love you guys. We'll see you soon next Friday. Peace.